All right, streaming live. We're being live streamed, Timmy G.
Oh, oh, okay.
Hi.
Hello, how are you?
I thought you would be a little. You're finally coming down from the win. Are you finally kind of
Oh,
like
I'm not coming
leveling off?
down
You
from that at all.
just
That,
exhaustion from it.
yeah. And the fact that we have Loudon this
That's,
weekend and Animal Hill and all that stuff,
I love
my obituary could be in the Herald by Tuesday.
it. Well, hey, I appreciate the Celtics not going to a game 7 because it would have conflicted with the race. That would have been a nightmare scenario for you.
Do you know how many times I mentioned that in therapy for the last 3 weeks?
Well, I'm glad the Celtics listened.
Oh my God.
Uh,
Unbelievable.
all right, should we start this thing?
Let's start the podcast.
We got a bunch of guests joining us today too. Stand by.
It's like old podcast days.
That's right. That's right. It's been a minute. Hang on. Here we go. Let me hit this button.
Now, the Wicked Fast Podcast with Longboy and Timmy G.
Hey, it's Ryan Blaney.
Hey, this is Kevin Harvick.
Hey, this is Dale Jr.
Hey, this is Jeff Gordon.
Hey, this is Corey Borders. Hey, guys, Chase Elliott.
Hey, this is Alex Bowman.
Hey, this is Joey Logano.
Hey, this is Kyle Busch.
Hey, it's Austin Dillon.
You're listening to the
Wicked Fast
Podcast.
Come on, try a little more New England.
Okay, watch this. Hey, it's Austin Dillon. You're listening to the Wicked Fast Podcast. Wicked Fast.
Did we just become best friends? Yep.
Hello, this is the Wicked Fast Podcast.
Now, to anyone out there who wants to go fast, anybody.
I want to go fast.
Yeah,
Drivers, start your engines!
Yeah. Woo, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. Wicked Fast Podcast, episode 296 coming at you. Brian Bell here.
Timmy G over here.
Timmy G
What's
over
up?
there. Coming off the 2024 Celtics championship win Monday. Timmy is a very happy man. I have a very happy kid. I'm pretty happy about it. Went immediately to Dick's when that game ended. Saw them give him the trophy. We jumped in the car off to buy our gear. Give me one of everything, is what I said.
I know. I
And
need to
they
get the
did.
towel. I need to get the towel. I might go to the pro shop today and see what they got.
Got one. Got one.
The green one?
Yeah.
They have them at Dick's
I had them. Yeah. The court towel.
that say 2024 championship?
I believe it does. I don't know that I've opened it up. It's in Sam's room, but I will check it. But yeah, I just grabbed one of everything. I grabbed a key fob, lanyard. I grabbed stickers. Yeah, I'm like, it was ridiculous. Anyway, we're going to talk racing.
Because it's loud and weak.
It's Loudon Week. You can, of course, find us on all the social medias. Subscribe to our YouTube channel because hopefully we'll have some lives going on from up at the track. You can find us pretty much everywhere at Wicked Fast Podcast. Subscribe on YouTube so you get the little ding when we go live, and then you'll be all set.
Yeah.
So everywhere at Wicked Fast Podcast, except Twitter, where we're still at Wicked Fast PDCST. But yeah, give us a follow. We'll post some stuff on our Instagram this weekend, I'm sure. Timmy's going to get the camper today and bring it up there, so we'll get set up. But yeah, it'll be fun. So we'll have a lot to talk about. We got to catch up on a couple races. My boy got a nice win. My boy Blaine.
Your boy did get a nice win. I think everything just hit me directly in the face
Just now?
just now.
Whoa. Is that what I just saw? Like, you sat down and stopped for a minute and it
I
just all
sat
caught
down
up
and
with
stopped
you?
for a minute, and my
You're
body
like-
was like, excuse my language here. You're
Blah.
fucked.
Nice.
Oh, man. All right. Yeah. Well, I think the first thing that we have to talk about before all of this
Huge
Wild.
news.
huge news,
Yeah.
Martin Truex Jr. retiring at the end of the year. Absolutely huge news. Do I want to say it's surprising? No. Right?
Yeah.
He's getting older.
Mid-40s.
He just
What's
seems like
43,
let me find out.
42, 43, I think. Which, in
Truex
racing.
Jr.
Yeah.
Martin Truex Jr. is 43 years old.
Yeah.
Would you look at that? Yeah, 43 years old. And actually, he will be 44 in 10 days.
Oh, well, there you go.
So,
Oh, hey,
he-
before we jump into our big news stuff, too, our two guests we have joining us today.
yes.
In a few minutes, Dave McGrath from New Hampshire Motor Speedway, one of our favorite guys. Does a great job running the track up there. And our local boy, CJ McLaughlin, whose company is actually sponsoring the Xfinity race, the SciAps 200. So CJ is going to jump on with us for a few minutes and talk about racing at the home track. So anyway, go ahead. Martin Truex Jr.
Yeah, Martin Truex Jr. retired. Absolutely crazy. Hell of a career. First ballot Hall of Famer, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
34 wins. What did I write down here? It was 34 wins, 146 top fives, 287 top tens, 23 poles. He's led 185. He's completed 185,000 plus laps. He's led 12K. And the website that I usually grab all the stats from, for some odd reason, since 2015, doesn't give us the total money earned. But from when he started his career until 2015, he brought himself in $54 million.
I'm sure he's done pretty well since then.
So
too.
it's pretty, but when you think of Bass Pro Shop, you think of Martin Truex Jr.
MTJ. Absolutely.
Furniture Row. I mean, what he did with Furniture Row in that 78 car in the early, or mid 2010s before he signed with Joe Gibbs Racing was nothing short of phenomenal. To have a one-car team, the way that works, and to be that competitive, week after week. Yeah, I know they were in bed with Joe Gibbs just a little bit, but it's not like what 2311 is, right? With Joe Gibbs, it's completely different.
And it was great for the smaller teams. That was awesome to see.
And it's crazy that he won his championship 7 years ago. It's just so weird to think about.
Yeah, he had that stretch when he was just winning
just
all
so
the
good.
time, just
so good.
Dominant season. So yeah, that's too bad. You see, a lot of those big names and all those young kids coming up.
And my buddies and I talk about it sometimes. When the big names leave the sport, how can the younger generation bring it up? Perfect example. I hate to cross sports, but when LeBron James and Steph Curry leave the NBA, who is going to be those two absolutely polarizing figures in the NBA, right?
Yeah.
And when Kevin Harvick and Martin Truex Jr. and Jeff Gordon and Tony Stewart and Jimmy Johnson are all leaving, can you see a Chase Elliott and Kyle Larson? They're good for a little bit, but can you look at a Ty Gibbs or a Tyler Reddick as you would Martin Truex Jr. or Kevin Harvick or Denny Hamlin? That's where it kind of gets interesting. And then the real question is,
some of the younger guys, like Ricky Stenhouse Jr. is, established, but he doesn't really win a lot. But he's a name. You know what I mean?
But does Ricky Stenhouse Jr. maybe now get an opportunity and say, hey, you know what, JTG, thanks for everything.
Let's go.
It was real. It was fun. And Joe Gibbs reaches out to him, and would he want to fill that role? Because, hey, man, you're not going to get better equipment than this unless you go to Hendrick. And to be honest, they're probably pretty even. I think we can all agree on that. But yeah, it's just now who's going to fill in that 19? Does Eric Jones go back and say, hey, Legacy, I need to go back to where I started and go back to JGR? So yeah, it's going to be really interesting. Huge, huge, huge news. But at the same time, really not that surprising.
No, but it's, just those big names. And I saw that Denny Hamlin told Martin, he's got a Daytona 500 car ready for him.
Yeah, whenever you want, we got it.
Yep. So that's cool.
No, and Denny's
Denny Hamlin.
You know what Denny Hamlin's kind of turning into for, I think, a lot of people is kind of like this Bryson DeChambeau thing with golf. Everyone hated him, and then he won the U.S. Open, and now everyone's just I think I kind of like the guy. He grew up a little bit.
I feel really bad for Rory, though. Oh,
yeah.
God.
Yeah, that sucked.
Anyway.
But yeah, so Martin Truex Jr. leaving, absolutely crazy. And what's crazy is Martin Truex Jr. might have had an opportunity at Sonoma, not last week, the week before, because we haven't done one since.
Yeah.
And another car that runs out of gas on the last lap. Ryan Blaney at WWT before, and then now Martin Truex Jr., but Kyle Larson won at Sonoma, his third win of the year, 26th career Cup win. And I like the repave. I think there was a buttload of cautions. What did I type down in the notes? There were more cautions in this race than the last two races at Sonoma combined. So people are definitely trying to get some rubber to stick being aggressive. It was a fun race. But to me, speaking about JGR, Denny Hamlin's engine blowing up on lap 2 was wild.
Yeah.
Whether he missed a shift or not, insane. The second lap of
I also feel like
a great engine is
the way those shifters work now. I feel like it's so much harder to even miss a shift, like because it's just one motion.
Yeah, and then
you know what I mean. Like it's not like you're trying to hit an H or like it's just up and back. It's up and back.
Yeah, it's crazy. And the fact that he was doing it exploded as he was going up the hill into turn 1 was just like if it blew up because he missed a shift going into that gigantic U-turn at the end. I forget what turn that is there, but that would have just been absolutely bonkers.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I love road courses. I thought it was a great race, and I thought the Xfinity race that SVG won was awesome. There have been some really good sneaky finishes at the Xfinity races the last couple of weeks, and all of them have been because of SVG. That guy, if he gets a ride, man, he's probably going to piss off a lot of people, but I think he'll piss them off and have respect from everyone, right? Because, like, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. bumping Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch is going to be like, what have you done? You're a child. Go away. But SVG, he'd be pissed. He'd be like, damn, that guy's really good, Yeah. But yeah, good road course weekend for all them. And then, your boy Blaney completely redeems himself.
I mean, that was great to see. That was a fun race.
Great race. That has to be back next year. Iowa has to be on the schedule because I know a lot of people were a little worried about it. But that race, how tight the pit stalls are, how tricky, like the fact that Christopher Bell had a backup car, finished 4th, and had arguably the worst pit stall was unbelievable. That kid, and he had this save during the race that even Jeff Burton was like, holy crap. Like that was so good.
Hey, we got a guest ready to pop in here.
Okay.
Are you ready?
We're ready.
Admit Dave McGrath. Pull up my notes here. All right,
Dave,
the man.
Going on, gentlemen.
Hey, Dave. We are live on the at Wicked Fast podcast YouTube channel, Twitter, Facebook. So say hey to all the fine folks at the Wicked Fast podcast. And joining us, as always, because now it's a little bit earlier this year, but our favorite guy, Dave McGrath, New Hampshire Motor Speedway Executive Vice President and General Manager. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for taking the time, Dave.
Yeah, it's good morning. Good to be with both of you. Thanks for having me.
And we appreciate once again crowning Timmy G Media Champion. He brought it.
I'm telling you, Brian, he earned it. I mean, he was a lead foot that day.
I got yelled at. Like we all did, Dave. Everyone got yelled at. But
honestly,
we conquered through. We pushed through.
For the record, just so that you know, Brian, I followed the rules. I did not get yelled at. And I ended up I think I was like at 9th. Yeah. So I already told those guys this year, next year I'm getting yelled at. I don't care. I'm going to go fast at my own track.
I love it.
That's
awesome. Well, we appreciate being a part of that. It's always fun.
Always a lot of fun.
And we're looking forward to another great weekend. I mean, the campers went in last weekend. I saw first camper get up there. We've already mapped out our spot. We've got, my little girl, my 10-year-old daughter wants to come this year, so we're heading up on Saturday to catch everything.
Yeah, her first race will be really cool.
Oh, that's great. It's going to be great weather. I mean, this heat will be out of here by Friday. It's going to be a beautiful, some good cloud cover they're predicting for a Saturday. I mean, it's going to be a great day.
Yeah. Now, and we're bringing back, we got dirt track on Friday night with a concert.
Draw the line.
The best. Aerosmith. Yeah. I've never seen these guys, but I hear they're really good, Timmy.
They're really good.
Yeah. So the very first concert venue I ever worked at was Showcase Live down at Patriot Place. Doesn't exist anymore. But we had a bunch of tribute bands there. Draw the Line, without a shadow of a doubt, is the best cover band I've ever seen.
Oh, yes. I'm excited. Wow.
It's going to be good.
They are so good. So good.
So to Brian's point, Friday night at the Sig Sauer Dirt Duels, you're going to get 3 classes of dirt racing, and then you're going to get a fireworks show, and then draw the line, Timmy. I mean, come on.
Yeah, last year the dirt stuff was so much fun. I already got my tickets for it. Really looking forward to it. And the fact that kids tickets 12 and under are only $10 is awesome. It's such a steal. That's such a great deal for families.
And I still remember, the first time when we went to those dirt races, when you first opened that up, I still remember because all the drivers come over to watch it. So I mean, that first year, Bubba Wallace was, in the center of the thing.
Yeah, he was taking pictures.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
All of the drivers.
Ryan Blaney was there. Oh yeah.
It's so they come over to watch it because it is so just grassroots, awesome racing, and it's so much fun to watch.
And this year we got Chase Briscoe, a Cup Series driver in the Sprint Cars of New England race. So and that's pretty cool. He was there last year and dominated, and so maybe these guys can knock him down a peg or two this year, but we'll see.
Yeah, it's so much fun to watch. And then we got doubleheader Saturday, which should be great. And actually, in a little bit, our buddy CJ McLaughlin, his company's now sponsoring this one, the SciAps 200.
SciAps, yes.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Very cool.
We love that. And, the SciAps 200 Xfinity race is going to be great. And then, of course, we're going to back that up with the Mohegan Sun 100 on the Whelen Modifieds. And to what you guys are just mentioning about Friday night Dirt Duel, Dirt Duel tickets, Saturday, kids 12 and under, free, zero, nothing. Nice. I mean, that's a great, great deal, obviously. And then Sunday, they're only $10 for the USA Today 301 Cup race.
Yeah, it's so cool because you get to see really 3 different sets of cars on Saturday with, practice and qualifying for the Cup Series. And it's a great day, great deal. It's a lot of fun.
Yep. Yeah. And, Mother Nature will keep the lights lit till about, late 8:30, 9 o'clock. So it's a great time. Be out in New England and be here at the Magic Mile watching great racing.
Yeah. And then after
the Eric Amarola went a couple of years ago, we could race till 10 p.m.
But you know what's so funny about that for the listeners that don't remember that race? When the aperture on those cameras opens up, it makes it look like it's really bright out.
Yeah. You don't realize how dark it is.
You don't realize how dark it was. I mean, because everybody's like, what do you mean you rented that race 8 laps to go? I'm like, dude, it was dark. I mean,
you could not see.
No,
and we appreciate the Celtics winning in 5 so that there was no Game 7 conflict, because that, never mind just the heartburn and that a Game 7 would be, but that's really nice. And then of course there's a million things going on, like fan zone, there's drivers showing up at signing stuff, so everything you can find at nhms.com for the whole weekend. It's just a weekend of a great time. So I'm psyched to get back up.
And a couple of highlights there too, Brian. Probably the biggest one is Cole Custer will be doing an event on, I think, Saturday afternoon. It's all on nhms.com, but they're going to have his truck that he won his very first National Series race with as the youngest driver at New Hampshire Motor Speedway.
Oh, that's cool.
That truck will be in the fan zone. So that's kind of cool. Yeah.
That's awesome.
History.
How has it been for you guys with the race moving up and having you just finished up all the motorcycle stuff, right?
Yeah. So it was really kind of a bizarro for all your audience. I mean, you had Motorcycle Week last week, and then on Saturday, we had all the campers come in for NASCAR while Motorcycle Week was concluding. Yeah. So it was, but they coexisted almost perfectly. Our team did a great job of where all the motorcycles entered and exited the property was separate from where the campers were coming in. And the two didn't really even know each other were here. And it was really kind of cool. But come Monday, it's been all Cup, and it's been every day the Tilt-A-Whirl just goes a little faster as we get busier and busier.
That's great.
Do you like it being moved up?
I kind of do, honestly, Timmy. I the reason I like it is we already had our foot on the throttle for Motorcycle Week, and now the team just stays in it, and you can see there's the excitement that just hasn't waned.
Yeah.
Plus, we're New Englanders, right? If you say it's in June, it's cooler. If you say it's in July, it's going to be miserable. I mean, so come on, and it's 95 degrees outside today, so go figure.
Yeah, of course.
Now, I know last year Martin Truex Jr. got his first win up there.
Yeah.
And then we've got this big news that he's retiring. Do you guys have anything, planned for Martin when he gets up to New Hampshire?
We might have a couple of tricks up our sleeve to be determined, but certainly we'd love to see him go out on top one more time. I mean, obviously, he was probably one of my top drivers receiving the Loud and the Lobster. I mean, he wasn't afraid of it. B, he bit the darn thing. And Martin's certainly been a fan favorite up here for sure, and fans really do have liked watching him race for sure.
That's awesome. And speaking of, really famous people, Matthew Judon is going to be the honorary pace car driver.
Yeah.
Is he the biggest honorary pace car driver New Hampshire Motor Speedway has ever had? Because he is a large individual.
Well, I think you might be pretty accurate. I mean, I'm thinking back now. We've had, Edelman, Gunther. I think he's probably the
because I think you had David Andrews once, right? But I feel like
David Andrews.
Oh yeah.
I feel like Judon's like even bigger than him.
Yeah. But you know what? Those guys, it's funny. I just drove one of those new Camry XSEs last night. Those things are comfortable. I mean, he'll be just fine getting in there for sure.
How does that process work out? Like, do you guys reach out to the Patriots? Does Judon's team reach out to you guys being like, hey, he's now a NASCAR fan, would love, what's the process like?
Great question. So that all starts with our comms director, Shannon Stevens, who reaches out to the Patriots and says, hey, we have this opportunity. Would you be interested? And then they usually respond back with us. They put it out there and they'll say, okay, these players are interested. And that's kind of how it goes, Timmy. And then we communicate with our friends at NASCAR and say, hey, look, here's who's on the hook. Here's who we think would want to do this. And they have to also be a part of that decision.
Gotcha.
Cool. It's their pace car.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
They're driving. It's not ours. It's truly theirs. So, and then just not to get into the minutia, but then he has to be here really early on Sunday morning to go through pace car.
Learn how to do it.
Yeah, like certification, right?
Yeah, you can't just jump in front of a line of 40 cars.
No, you gotta know your marks, where pit out is, pit in, and where to be on the track. So it is pretty detailed.
And just driving on that track is like nothing else. I mean, that first time that I got into a car and went to drive on that track, there's not a lot of banking, but as soon as you hit it, you're like, oh yeah, this is different.
Oh yeah. So, and then you look in your rearview mirror and you've got these 30 squad cars all doing this right behind you. And they, they want you to go. I mean, it's pretty cool. It's quite an experience to get that chance to pace the USA Today 301.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Really cool. Now, I know you guys have been in touch with the Patriots, but now that the Celtics have won, have you made a call to see if there's any way to get a parade lap of that trophy?
Have. Yes.
I know they're going to be busy.
Send the duck boats a little further north would be great. Yeah. Just run up 93, easy.
Yeah.
But no, we USA Today has reached out to see if about having somebody come up from the Celtics. We certainly would love that.
Yeah, I mean, Timmy works right at the Garden, so I mean, if you need to, he could probably just throw it in his car and drive it up.
Put a good word in for us.
Yeah.
Come on. I mean, help us out.
I went to the after party because it was actually at my job, and I'm still exhausted from it all.
I got to tell you, that was a dog. That was, and I had a bet with Mark Faber, my counterpart, the general manager of Texas Motor Speedway, on the outcome. I would have given up lobster rolls had we lost, which wasn't going to happen. Yep. And in exchange, we got Texas barbecue headed our way. So,
all right.
I was in Dallas for games 3 and 4. The barbecue down there, my God, it's unbelievable.
It's at a whole different level.
Yep, it's unbelievable.
I agree. It is not.
I almost didn't even want to brush my teeth, so I didn't forget the flavor of it because it was just so good. It's just so good.
As I like to joke, Timmy, you want to roll around in it.
Yeah, exactly. Can I head out back and just roll around? I'm sure we'll be fine.
Brian,
I love it.
Going. I thought we were talking racing.
We got racing.
Yeah, we got racing. Yeah.
Now I'm hungry.
And you got plenty of food up there too. Is there anything new on the menu up at?
This year's specialty is a dessert specialty, and it was all voted on by Timmy and all the other media reps that were up for the media.
So
it's going to be like a Fluffernutter apple crisp cream puff thing. That sounds really low cal.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, let's just say very thankful that it was given to us after we raced
Yeah.
because all of our times would have skyrocketed straight down because it was delicious and filling.
And that's part of the experience when you come to New Hampshire Motor Speedway for a NASCAR weekend is that, you know, our food partners want to kind of create cool things that you just don't get every day. And so we're not really sure how it will go, but the Fluffernutter apple crisp cream puff or it just was really good.
Yeah.
So mom and dad, if you're watching, you might want to get one for the kids.
Absolutely.
Not for yourself.
Yeah, you could literally could split it with the whole family. I think everyone would be full. Like, you know, that's how good it is. Yeah, it's great.
It's awesome. Well, Dave, we appreciate the time, and we'll see you up at the track. And, you know, it's going to be a great weekend. And, hey, wicked fast, wicked fun.
Awesome. Thanks, guys, for having me on. And come on up and see us. And I can't wait to bring your daughter up here. That'll be great. She'll have a great time.
Good time.
Absolutely.
All right, NHMS.com. Get your tickets. Get all the info. We'll see you up at the track, Dave. Thanks.
Thanks, guys. Thank you.
See you, Dave. Thank you.
See you later.
Bye.
Awesome.
He's the best. I did want to ask him one question, but it like slipped my mind. When he does his like Magic Mile Minute, those videos, like last one that he posted, he was wearing like a winter coat. I wanted to be like, Dave, how the hell did you do that in like June? Like to wear a winter coat like that? Like, man.
All right. Hey, we got our next guest already popping in. You ready?
Oh, let's go.
Look at this. All right, let's go. Let's get him in here.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
CJ.
All right, CJ, we're live right now on the Wicked Fast YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. What's up, buddy?
What's going on, guys? Long time no talk.
Yeah, joining the Wicked Fast podcast, our favorite local driver right here, CJ McLaughlin. Now, CJ, your company actually stepped up and is the big sponsor for the Xfinity race this weekend, the SciAps 200. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, former sponsor, current company.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's cool to see them, stay involved in the sport and see the value in it.
Yeah.
Did they reach out to you about it? Like, hey, what are your thoughts on this? Or
no,
like we want our name on it. I love it.
Hey, by the way, we're doing this. I was like, oh, cool. Good for you guys.
Yeah. Can I drive?
you guys.
Would that be all right? Because I know it's not easy to actually get a seat and drive a NASCAR. It's a grind, and you have been doing the grind, and you've been in the seat. Where are you driving this weekend? What are you running? What's happening?
Yeah, not driving. Looking for other sponsors and other partners to be involved in the sport. So I've been on that grind for the last 2 months. Just tough. It's tough business,
It's the toughest part of the sport now because you've had some good runs. People know you can drive the car, but now you have to get people to actually give you money to do it. It's got to be the hardest part of the thing.
Yeah, so I'm appreciative of SciAps bringing me to where I am now, and hopefully I'll be able to announce a couple new partners in the next coming months. We have contracts out, just waiting for them to sign and transfer money. So.
There we go. There we go.
Noted.
Yeah,
Noted.
I like it.
Yeah. You guys
Great.
from the Celtics or what? What's going on there?
I may or may not have. I think I woke up at 8:30 Monday, and I think I went to bed last night at 11.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. So a little tired, but going up to pick the RV today and drop it off. And are you heading up?
Take a nap first.
Nah.
Yeah, I'm gonna head up. I think I'm entertaining some potential clients up in New Hampshire. So
that's great.
Keep your fingers crossed. But yeah, I'll be. I kind of can't miss it. It's just family will be up there. All my friends will be up there. So good to see.
That'll be great. Yeah, we just talked to Dave McGrath. There's so much going on, and it's a good time. And actually, I found out a weird connection. CJ, do you know a guy, Blake Lothian?
Yeah. Blake. He's out of. I think his dad works at CBS, right?
No, his dad works at GBH because he's my new boss.
Oh my God. Blake's a great kid. He's doing the same thing I'm doing, trying to garner partnerships and break into the sport,
Yeah. So he was driving some trucks and trying to get a seat. Same thing. It's not easy, even once you prove yourself, to get that seat. So, I mean, what are you looking at, CJ? Are you looking at getting into a truck, getting an Xfinity ride? I mean, will you drive anything that anybody will let you drive, or what's the process for you?
Right now, with these new potential partners, they're looking at a 4-race deal and then a full season for next. So hoping for the best there. But again, it just comes down to funding. If they can make the money right, and we can make the money right. But they want to be with the top tier organization, which is going to be cool. And we met with Joe Gibbs and we met with Sam Hunt and a couple other organizations. So hoping for like good. I think Toyota has a great program, and let's kind of see how it goes. The funding's got to be there though to race with this organization.
Have you? I'm assuming you probably have a good relationship with Sam Hunt. I remember seeing something about him on Fox and how he like lived in a car for like a year and saved up a bunch of money. Like, what do you have a relationship with him at all?
Starting to develop one now. Like, he's been great to talk to, and like we're the same age, so it's kind of funny that way. We're like kind of. He's like, dude, like, any questions? Like he made a good point that like I need to surround myself with people that believe in what we're all trying to accomplish, not just there for a paycheck, which I mean, NASCAR is interesting where you have such a skew in like the back end of the teams and then the front end of the teams, right? Where it's like you get more professional upfront dealings at the front end, but it costs a lot more, right? Or it's like you get the backwoods, like Mike Harmon guys are like, yeah, man,
yeah.
Let's go racing.
Yeah. Right.
Have you, could you have like the dirt track that's up at New Hampshire Motor Speedway this weekend? Could you have done that? Have you done that before, like when you were younger? Or
I've been itching to, definitely wanted to. I owe a sponsor an ACT race up in New England. You guys should come to that. I think it's gonna be at White Mountain or Thunder Road. That's
let us know.
Yeah, let us know.
So I just have to like figure out my schedule and like when we can do that and when the team owner can do that. But yeah, like it's funny, like you get to this series, it's like, oh, I miss racing late models, or it's doing something fun. So hopefully we'll be doing that soon.
Well, what are you doing? You look like you're in great shape. So every once in a while I'll catch a post of you working out and stuff. But like, what are you doing to stay in shape in the car? Doing some simulator stuff, or like what's keeping you sharp?
So like, yeah, just like trying to work out and go running and stuff. Like that's like the big thing right now. Like that's what we talk about with Sam Hunt, is like having that dedicated simulator time. That's gonna be huge for me for next year, like especially on road courses, right? Like if we end up doing a full season, God willing, getting that simulator time and getting ready. Because like right now it's like I have my simulator here that's like it's okay, something like the big teams have, right?
Cool.
So doing that stuff is like really important. Like what I'll notice, like with the 20 minutes of practice, right? Like I'm on lap 10 and still like figuring the car out, where these guys been on a simulator for like 2 days out of the week. They can fire off a quick lap in lap 3, like they got it dialed in, they know they can hold it wide open and the cars don't stick. So, there's like iRacing's great, right? Like staying like kind of sharp, but being in the car is like really important. So trying to get back in it is my main objective.
It's the main objective, yeah.
Man, it's got to be so tough. And how's the fam? How's being a dad?
Definitely liking. Like people always, oh, you ain't kids yet? I'm like, oh no, like focus on my career and stuff. And then had a baby 9 months ago, and it's like time for like boom, 3 months, and then now it's like 9 months. It's like shit, time really flies,
Yeah. Just you wait. As like seriously, like Sam is like 14 going on 15 now, and I'm like,
it's absolutely insane.
He's just entering high school, and I feel very old. I mean, I am.
You are, but you are old. That's for
sure.
So
yeah, enjoy every little bit because it really goes by fast. So I hope you had a good Father's Day. Did you get,
yeah,
everything good?
Italian ice.
There you go.
Jersey now, so hung out by the boardwalk, and it's like she's my little travel buddy.
That's awesome.
That's
very cool.
And she doesn't complain about where you go, probably, right?
Yeah, right.
It's your call. It's your call.
You always prize like at the same light, like right on the way home, like every single time, eventually from home.
Yeah.
What you guys are heading up there tonight, tomorrow? Like, what you said to me?
Yeah, I'll be up there tonight, and then come back for the parade, and then go back up there Friday, and then I have a wedding Saturday, and then I'll be back up Saturday night, and then I'll stay till Monday.
Yeah, I'm taking both kids up.
It's just
on
so
Saturday
weird with it
at
being
some
like
point.
a month earlier, and like it's just so weird.
Yeah, because usually by July everything has stopped. Like there's still stuff. Like I got basketball practice tonight for my daughter's team, and we got the parade. Like there's still just stuff going on. So it's like I gotta work it in with more stuff. But yeah, we'll be up Saturday with both kids. So I'll shoot you a text. We'll try to hook up and get some racing.
Not looking too good. I thought it was gonna be like sunny and like 85, and now it's like
might be a little questionable. We'll see. I think I'm hoping that it keeps moving quickly and we'll get some sun.
Yeah, I could see a 4 p.m. start with all this rain.
Yeah.
On Sunday.
So bring your slicker.
Pitching for winners this weekend.
I literally was just going to ask you that. Unbelievable. I would like, as a Chase fan, I obviously like Chase to win, but Hendrick just really doesn't do well here. I would like Martin to win here one more time with his final year. What were your thoughts on his retirement? Were you shocked by that, or?
No, I thought it was this year, next year. Getting up there in age, right? Like
he's made $1 gazillion.
Right. Has already had $1 gazillion.
Yeah.
Wasn't too surprised by it, but
no, but I definitely think someone from the Toyota family is going to win because they're just so good up there all the time.
Yeah, for sure. Toyota. I was thinking like owner Justin Bonson, you were in the Xfinity car, is going to have a good run.
Mm-hmm.
You know, having so many laps there. Yeah, I'm with you. Let's hope for Martin Truex.
All right. Yeah, cool. I like that.
Good. But yeah, you got to be happy to see a couple guys go out at the top and move everybody up, open up some seats. Let's go. Let's get some seats open for some younger guys to jump in.
Yeah, the rumor is already Chase Briscoe is going to fill that seat over at JGR, but rumor early stage rumors are funny.
Yeah, for sure. What are your thoughts on Stewart Haas Racing kind of closing down? Like, to me, it was unbelievably surprising, but I just feel like Haas threw so much money into F1, it kind of like screwed the Cup team over.
Yeah, Tony's doing drag racing, so
there's no time to focus on it. It's a big money pit in every aspect, right? Where like if a couple sponsors go and there's no passion for it anymore, Tony's like doing other fun stuff with my fun girl, fun wife or something. It's not started. I'm really curious like what happened with the IROC stuff or like the SRX, right? Like that just kind of fell apart, and
because I felt like it was on its way up. Like the first season, you're like, do we like this? And the second or third season, we were like, this is actually pretty entertaining.
Right. And like it was on ESPN. Like it had great drivers. Like I was at the first race at Stafford. I thought that was so cool. And that was a packed house, like packed. Like
it's just so cool and so different, and it brings different. The fact that you could have an IndyCar driver, an F1 driver, retired Cup drivers, a female racer, and Haley Deegan all in one place, and the fact that it just like went away is just so weird.
Yeah. So I don't know if it's just like it probably just all comes down to money, right? Like
unfortunately,
always it's unfortunate.
The other thing I think of is Gene Haas going to sell out to Andretti? Because like he's losing so much money in F1, where Andretti wants
in, and Cadillac did get denied by it, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a very interesting take. I'm here for that.
Maybe you should just jump on a podcast occasionally. You want to jump in and be a third host. You're spitting fire. You get some hot takes
from NASCAR Twitter.
Yeah, from NASCAR Twitter. Yep.
Yeah. Well, hey man, we appreciate it, and we'll catch you up at the track, and hopefully we see you back on the track soon.
Yeah,
keep grinding, stay with it.
Trying to.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
And stay in
Talk
touch.
to you, bud. We'll see you this weekend.
See you guys.
Thanks for joining us, man.
Right. Bye.
CJ McLaughlin, everybody.
Great kid.
He's just a really good kid. So hopefully he gets back in his seat soon. It ain't easy. That's a tough struggle to Work your way into the sport.
The grind is real, that's for sure.
Yeah. All right. So let's do a quick recap because we had kind of caught up a little bit on Sonoma, Iowa.
So Sonoma, Kyle Larson won, and then Blaney, great job. His crew chief took another risk at the end of the race.
Yep.
This time with the 2 tire versus the 4 tire. But Penske, they've won 3 out of the last 5 races. If you include the All-Star race, Austin Cindric obviously won. And so maybe Penske's figuring out. I mean, Joey Logano still needs a win to get in. We now have 10 winners.
He was looking good at Iowa, too.
There's 9 races to go.
Logano's good at New Hampshire.
We have an opportunity here, folks.
And I got to. Josh Berry had a great run. I had him on my
really
fantasy
happy
team.
for him.
I was very psyched to see that.
Yep.
And also, not happy with Kyle Busch because he always waits till the final stage to screw my fantasy team. So thank you, Kyle Busch. I appreciate it. You screw me over every time I put you in my lineup, whether I leave you in the garage and you win a race or I leave you in and then you decide to go home.
Yeah, I think you should punch him in the face the next time you see him, just like Ricky Stenhouse Jr.
It's just very frustrating.
I'm kidding.
Anyway,
I mean, just the fact that we have here are some people who haven't won this year.
Yeah,
and I know we talk about this all the time, and I don't care if I'm repetitive about it because I need 17 winners. It's gonna be really tough, 7 out of the next 9. But Martin Truex Jr., Ross Chastain, Chris Buescher, Joey Logano, Kyle Busch, Michael McDowell. They all haven't won.
Yep.
Now.
And then you got some young guys.
It was only 6. Yeah, screw you. I know it was only 6. But
I know, but you got like young guys. Noah Gragson's been having some really good runs. Chase Briscoe's having good run. Like you still
Who
have
says
guys.
Ty Gibbs can't win a race?
That's right. So,
Alex Bowman's been okay. I mean, Bubba. I didn't even mention Bubba. Bubba's got a shot. Bubba's actually pretty good at New Hampshire Motor Speedway since the next gen car, and we'll talk about that in a second. But
yeah, so we'll see how that goes. You want to pull up fantasy real quick?
Yeah, and I'll talk about the standings real quick. So Chase Elliott, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, is now your points leader. He passed Kyle Larson because Kyle Larson and Denny Hamlin kind of got into it at Iowa. Kyle Larson 2nd, Denny Hamlin 3rd. William Byron jumped up 2 spots, is now in 4th. Martin Truex 5th. Tyler Reddick is 6th. With the win at Iowa, Ryan Blaney went from 12th to 7th in the standings, followed by Christopher Bell, Brad Kay, Ross Chastain to round out the top 10. And then Ty Gibbs, Alex Bowman, Chris Buescher, Bubba Wallace. I almost just said Bubba Sparks. Joey Logano, Kyle Busch are spots 11 to 16. And Kyle Busch has a 13-point lead over Chase Briscoe. And what CJ McLaughlin just said, I'm kind of into.
Yeah. You dig that?
Chase Briscoe going over. Like, Chase Briscoe is a talented young driver.
Yeah. Put him in.
He's been around the block for a little bit. Good equipment. He's just like a skilled race car driver. Like, put him in something.
Yeah.
And he'll be very good at it.
Yeah. Well, he had some crazy truck wins.
Nuts.
Like, just insane. And he's a good driver. Yeah. All right. You want to hit fantasy real quick? All right. So here's the Sonoma race. Left turns for days. Jackson with the win, 1 point over Kenny K and the NASCAR guy Nate. Double jump 4th. All very close. Look at that. Woo. 1 through 5 within 5 points of each other. That's pretty good. Oh, I'm down here. I tied. Hey, you and I tied.
Hey, look at us. Who would have thought?
7th right there. And ladies' night race, not a good showing at Sonoma. And then Iowa, ladies' night race with the rebound win. There you go. You're 3rd. I'm 4th. Right there.
Hey, I took a risk and put Josh Berry in my lineup.
I did,
and it worked out.
I had him in my lineup.
I was just like, do I want to do this? But I need to save some starts. Screw it.
I was trying to do some like I wanted to start Kyle Larson, but I've only got a couple left, so I was like, I'll leave him out. And Kyle Busch really screwed me because I ended up leaving, I think, 19 points in the garage. So that would have made a little bit of a difference.
Yep.
Just a point. I would have beat you. So overall, right now, ladies' night race out in front. Woo! She is really extending her lead too. Nice job.
Wait for the playoffs though.
That's right. Double jump in second. NASCAR guy Nate. Good job, Nate. You're holding in third. Let's see. I'm down here in eighth. You're in ninth. All right. Well, there's the fantasy standings for you. So there you go. All right. And we'll cover the fantasy matchups after we get ready for some New Hampshire Motor Speedway with some who's good up there.
Oh yeah, so let's chat about it. We already talked about the USA 301 on Sunday. That will be on USA at 2:30 p.m. Practice and qualifying set for Saturday at 12:15. The SciAps 200s at 3:30 on Saturday. Mohegan Sun 100 at 6:40. But yeah, so my little breakdown today was about the next gen cars. This is our third race here with the next gen cars. So the last two races were won by Joe Gibbs Racing with Christopher Bell, and last year was Martin Truex Jr. He led Martin Truex Jr. in the last two races here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway has led 426 out of the possible 602 laps.
Whew. Yikes.
So don't be an idiot. Last year's race, or the first two races, I know NASCAR changed the short track package, and maybe they put something on the track, but it's been kind of like how it was early 2000s. That one car gets good open air and then big gulps, huh?
Yeah.
Well, see you later. Some other guys, some other people to look at. 2311, Tyler Reddick and Bubba Wallace both finished in the top 10 last year. Kaz Grala, our other good friend, he's on the entry list for this race, for the Cup Series race. So we'll keep an eye out on Kaz. Best of luck to him. Martin Truex Jr. is also the only driver in both of these races to finish in the top 5. The other driver was Kevin Harvick. Oh, speaking of Kevin Harvick.
Yeah.
Jeff Gluck from The Athletic tweeted out something the other day that I thought was fascinating.
Okay.
And I wanted to put it in my notes. I'm just an idiot and forgot to do it.
But you remembered while we were doing the podcast, so
that's what's important.
Not after the fact.
Yeah,
that's good.
Where is it? It's probably going to be so far down. It's going to annoy the piss out of me. Back to green with 84 to go. I knew it.
And that's the fun thing too. There's a lot of times up at the races there'll be like the tweet ups and stuff. Those guys will all show up and do some stuff. So
Kevin Harvick's wife tweeted out, "This is weird," with a photo of Kevin Harvick. And Jeff Gluck tweeted, "This was the first time Kevin Harvick has not been at the track for a NASCAR Cup Series race since April 14th, 2002. 2002.
Yeah, his wife, and his wife's already annoyed by it.
Yeah, it's just a picture of him with a glass of wine in front of him, curled up on the couch. And Jeff Gluck was like, yeah, because when you think about it, he did all the Cup Series races this year on Fox, and now that it's switched over to NBC. 22 years. First time Kevin Harvick hasn't been at the track.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and Kevin Harvick was the only other driver with the next gen cars that has finished in the top 10, or I'm sorry, in the top 5 at Loudon outside of Martin Truex Jr. As far as top 10s, Martin Truex Jr., Denny Hamlin, Brad Kay, and Bubba Wallace. Those are the only 4 drivers who have finished in the top 10 in each races. Okay. And then best average finish inside the top 10, Truex, Bubba, Brad, Denny Hamlin, Chase Elliott, Kyle Larson, and Kyle Busch. So Kyle Busch might be a good pick here, Bri, but
I just screws me every time. Every time. Just find them very irritating.
Part of me is thinking about bringing a hotspot up on the hill. So we actually can change our lineups, because sometimes you have to go back to the RV to change the lineups mid-race.
Throw it. You know what? Bring it up so that we can. I have some new mics that I want to try. They're little mics that we can put on, so we can do like our.
Are we gonna be mic'd up like?
We can do it live from the hill.
Oh man!
So let
All right.
Stay tuned. Make sure you're subscribed to the Wicked Fast Podcast YouTube, because on Sunday I think we'll get some time. Maybe even Saturday if we get up there in time in the garage area. We can, pop some lives up there and update everybody on what's going on at the track. So, yeah, it should be fun.
Absolutely.
All right, let me check the line. Yeah,
that's all I got for fun little stats.
All right, let me check our matchups for the weekend in your fantasy matchups. Well, you got my boy Blaney. All right.
Against I don't know. Chase Elliott.
No.
Martin Truex Jr.
Blaney versus Keselowski. Brad K. All right. Then we got Martin Truex Jr. We got him in the lineup here.
Martin Truex Jr. will go against Denny Hamlin.
Christopher Bell. There you go. Last two winners.
Fair.
Then Denny Hamlin.
Yeah.
Versus.
Joey Logano.
Your boy, Chase Elliott.
Oh, fun.
All right. And then the last matchup, I don't think you'll get either of these guys.
All right. Oh, this is fun.
Yeah,
I am going to go with short track. Chase Briscoe versus Todd Gilliland.
No, but I'll give you this. It is two guys that we have actually mentioned their names in this podcast today.
Two people that we've mentioned in this podcast today.
So
we've mentioned a lot of people.
Yeah.
Michael McDowell and Kyle Busch.
Josh Berry.
See, I thought that was too obvious.
Versus Ricky Stenhouse Jr.
Oh, God. Just put in Josh Berry now.
Right?
Just put in Josh Berry now. My God.
There you go. There's your matchups for New Hampshire.
And then all-time wins list at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. It looks like it's Jeff Burton, Jimmy Johnson, Kevin Harvick, Timmy Gorham, and Denny Hamlin has a shot to tie Timmy Gorham and Kevin Harvick.
Nice.
So,
very nice.
Best of luck.
I love it. The Magic Mile. Should be a fun weekend.
It's going to be a wicked fast, wicked fun, wicked family-filled weekend.
Yeah. It's funny because I had to look. I'm like, how long is this damn Iowa track? And do you know how long that track was last week?
1.02 miles.
7/8 of a mile.
What?
Yeah.
Okay. See,
it's a 7/8 of a mile track.
This is where science is stupid. Like, that can't be true. That can't be true.
It's true. 7/8 of a mile.
Hold on here.
What? Because I'm like, these lap times, like, what? It's not. It like they can't be going that much faster than they do at New Hampshire. But I'm like, what? Am I going to send you down a wormhole or what? Because Sam
You're
was
telling me that track is the same size as Richmond?
It's 7/8 of a mile. Is that what Richmond
Richmond's
is?
0.75.
Yeah. No. It's 7/8. That would be 3/4. So it's
even smaller.
It's so 7/8.
Math after these last 48 hours, ain't it?
6/8.
Yeah.
So it's an eighth of a mile longer than Richmond. And an eighth of a mile shorter than New Hampshire.
That's way too much math, dude.
Well,
but fascinating. I thought it was going to be at least a mile.
I know. I was like,
yeah, that's fascinating information.
Well, I was looking at the lap times. I'm like, they can't be going that much faster than they do at New Hampshire. Like, how long is this track? Anyway, just something that popped into my brain. So, who you got winning?
The Boston. I was going to say the Boston Celtics in 5. Martin Truex Jr. is going to win this race.
That's what I was going to say.
Okay, fine. You know what? One of the other reasons why I'm picking Martin Truex Jr. because it's now all about 19.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
You already moved on.
You know what? New winner, same organization. I'll take Ty Gibbs. You can take Martin Truex Jr.
All right, I'll take him. Old man for old man. All right. Catch us on all of the social medias. Subscribe to the Wicked Fast Podcast YouTube channel at Wicked Fast Podcast, at Wicked Fast Podcast, everywhere else except Twitter, which we're at Wicked Fast PDCST. Catch us up at the track. Say hey, tweet at us, whatever. And, hopefully we'll see you up in New Hampshire. Get some racing in. Bring an umbrella just in case, maybe. Okay.
We're still a few days out. We're still a few days out.
Weather can just move
the thing that I'm
high pressure.
The thing that I'm excited about is the fact that it was supposed to be like 100 on Saturday, and now it may not even reach 83 degrees. So
we'll see.
Because if it was as hot as it was going to be in July and June, I would have been furious.
Yeah, glad we moved the race.
Yeah, right.
All right, are we done?
Thanks everyone for listening.
We'll see you in New Hampshire.
Peace.